Okay, here we go, getting started, getting the stage put up. I'll try to videotape all the important pieces to help make sure we have some record of how this thing is supposed to be put together. And Otis has given us instructions, but we'll need to videotape it so we can have a DIY how-to video, okay? So again, this here is the stage setting on the trailer. And as you can see, it's it's quite a bit of a Richter set. You know, it's going to take a while to get all these pieces together. We're just now getting the bodies here to do it. And well, Xander, good morning.
Good morning.
We got Xander and James and Brad and Otis. Say hi, Otis.
Good morning.
Good morning. The temperature here right now is pretty nice. We're about 8:30, and the temperature so far is going to be, I think, close to 100 today. So if we can get this thing done before the sun is overhead, we'll be happy. So, you guys all ready? Where's your gloves?
Oh,
You don't have any gloves? All right, well, you're going to have to bare hand it then. So Otis here is the director. He's going to be telling you.
Yellow braces. The white goes stage right front.
Say
The
that
yellow one goes stage left front.
Say that again.
The white one goes stage right front. The yellow one goes stage left front.
Thank you. So what do you want? What do you want those two boys to pick up?
Get those white and yellow braces. White goes stage right. As you stand on stage, is stage right. Yellow one goes stage left front.
So this is what Otis is talking about. The stage sets between these two power poles. And as you're facing the stage left is, as you can see over here where Brad is. And then stage right would be over here because the stage faces north. Okay, so that's it for right now. We're gonna go back to work, and in the next transition, I'll video some more.
They need to be counted, either that or banded. You could band them together and store them as this one's a hospitality, this is the playground, this is a canopy, this is Carol's. So, you know, I don't know how you want to do that, but it could be done.
Okay, okay.
The playground is a 20 by 40. Is a 20 by 40. The hospitality is a 20 by 30. And Carol's is a 20 by 20. And the stage canopy is a 20 by 40. So,
Okay.
there is red paint and there's purple paint on the pipes. Purple are purlins that lay horizontal.
Okay.
The red are rafters that go this way. So on the canopy here, there will be 10 rafters and 12 purlins on the top. So they'll unload those out here because they have to be put on after the stage is built.
Okay.
The canopy over the stage, there has to be 5 purple ones.
On the left side.
On the back, there has to be 5 purple ones down the center. There has to be 5 purple ones along the side of the front. Okay? These fittings will be a brown corner, brown 3-legged. This will be a brown 4-legged. And this is a brown, 3-legged. This is a blue 3-legged. Same here. And these are red. And these are purple. And this is a brown three-legged. This is a purple along this ridge, and this is purple. Is that still confusing enough?
Yes.
Because it is not wide enough to use the full standards under that, we use half standards across the front to make it come out right.
Okay, Brad, grab one of those and then have Otis explain what it is. Yeah, just grab one of them, hold it up. Now explain it, Otis.
This is a half standard. It'll be across the front of the stage to make it come out right.
Okay.
So there'll be 5 up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And what these set on, is that what that is, or something like that?
Two of these will get a corner.
Okay.
For this corner and for that corner.
Okay.
And these, without the clevises on them, go under these black supports under the stage.
Mm-hmm.
There'll be one of these under each one of those. And these little feet will go under the standards that support the stage. There'll be 5 along here, and then there'll be 5 4 foot out. There'll be 5 more, and then 4 foot. There'll be 5 more, and then 5 more.
So how many rows? How many rows of 5?
1, 2, 3, 4. 4 rows of those.
Okay, ready.
When we start this stage, we want to make sure we clear the poles and the trees so that it doesn't interfere with our canopy. So we come out here a ways. Okay. Think about here's where this will go. I need a foot under this. Lay that down. Just lay it down for now. Need a foot under it. That little foot we need under it. Need one on the other end of this. Grab a brace. Here, they're on the ground right here. A brace.
Talking about these yellow things here?
No, that goes with this. Just leave them. Those X braces.
Oh.
Grab 2 of them. Or 4 of them. These nuts do not need to be tightened. All they do is keep the brace on. Put it on here. Put it on here. It'll fold. Just give it some persuasion.
Oh, man.
Like I say, they just have to hold that brace on, so they don't have to be tight.
Can you be patient?
Just lay those down for now. That brace goes on that hole. Grab me a couple of foots. That gets a foot, and this gets a foot. That brace goes on here. Other way, the other right hand. And when you're putting these braces on, the ones on the inside get 2 braces on each post. You need to move, please. Put a nut on that hand. 1, goes over there. Okay, this next row of standards goes like this because there's nothing supporting under this part here. The top will fit here and here when we put them together. So there's no set of standards go down this, and as well as this gap here. So there's a reason for it.
Okay, so this is what the back standards look like as we got them with all the cross members put on, and we got the little feet under each of the standards, and we got the cross sections and all molded in. As you can see, there's 5, 1 at the end, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right.
Cross brace.
Hi-ho, it's off to work we go. Da-dum-dum-dum, da-dum-dum-dum, hi-ho, 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 hi-ho. It's off to work we go. They're making progress, gentlemen. As you can see here, the braces are coming together nicely. Again, it's a giant Richter set, but once you know all how the pieces go and where they go, it doesn't look to be that complicated. It's just time consuming. But we're making progress. It is now 10:05, so we've been at it for 1.5 hours, and this is how far we've got so far. We're making progress. Okay, so we got all the base standards in place now. So the next thing we need to do is make sure that they're all square, because before we start anything else, we've got to line them up and get them perfectly square. And so that's what we're doing. First of all, they need to be square with the world. So east, west, north, south, okay? So right now, let's look and see how straight they are. Well, that one there's pretty straight. What do you think, Kathy? Have a woman's eye, is it straight?
Looks pretty good to me.
Okay. And then, like he said, there's a gap between this and then this is the front end. And all we got to do is get it square and then make sure that there's 4 feet in between the front row and the back row. And Xander's got a good eye there. He's got her lined up.
Because it has to be exactly 4 feet from here to here.
Do you have a tape measure?
You can only set that after you get this on. So don't worry about this for right now.
Okay. Okay, go.
This is a corner. There'll be one on each corner of the stage because the top fits down in here. These are the edge. This goes on the corner and then this goes on the edge so that the sharp edges are not sticking out. And then these go internally. There will be a deck here, a deck there, a deck there, and a deck there. So there'll be 3, 6, 9, I think 9 of these. So these go on the stage. We can put 2 corners back on the corner, and we're going to need 3 of these edge pieces on the back for now.
Is that it? Okay, go.
We need plates on this. The corner goes on the corners. The edges go on there and along here and along the other side.
Okay.
The edges have that rolled edge on them.
That makes sense. Okay, so the next activity is to land the floor panels for the stage. And so, as I mentioned earlier, we've got to start with the back. We start in the back, one of the corners. Otis is in the left-hand side, so we'll go to the back left corner, and that's where we started. And we line up everything, squaring it up, one at a time. Don't trip over these things, gentlemen. Let me get over here. Is it heavy?
No.
No? Okay,
I'm
good.
just grunting for the fun of it.
Good. I was hoping it wasn't going to be heavy.
Is that the way that goes?
No, lift it up. It's got to come this way. Lift it up. It's got to come this way, Bob.
Huh?
Lift it up. It's got to come this way. There we go. Now come down. All right, so as you can see here, these are the how it sets up here. So now,
We need to come back this way.
if we can keep Bob from doing any work, he's not supposed to be doing work. He's just supposed to be directing traffic. He's not supposed to do the work.
Gotta come some more.
Yeah.
Which way?
My way. There you go. Now you got it.
A little
The
more.
next one goes right on here.
No, it's not down yet, Bob.
Didn't? What do we need?
Tiny bit more. James, lift up on that side. Right there.
This knot should be up under there.
Right there. There we go.
Is that right?
Then we're not over.
Yeah.
Is that right, Otis?
Well,
There we go.
Okay.
More of them there.
So that's the one corner. So that's how they go. So now we'll just go down the line. We'll just going west. Excuse me. We're gonna just
15 of them, one down and 15 to go.
we'll just line them up, and then we'll get that back row square, and then we'll start the next row and the next row. Okay, that's it for right now. Okay, so we've got the stage platform all put up here. As you see on this front part of it, those short brackets, they just go up, and there's no anything in between there. But this is how it all looks. And all that jackhammering in the background. That's Grand Reynolds putting up the other tents. Now the folks in the back there, the guys are putting on the trusses. It's going to go across the back, and then we'll do the same thing on the trusses to go across the front. They're bolting those together, and they can see that's pretty big and pretty wide.
The truss,
Oh,
the light truss that go up above on the top.
The light truss on the top.
The solid ends go on the end of the entire truss, and the truss is going to be bigger than the stage is. So when you put it all together, doesn't make any, other than the blank ends on the end, doesn't make any difference what order they go together in.
Okay.
Just there's a pipe inside of, make sure that pipe is consistent.
Okay. And the big squares go over here, and the smaller squares go in the back. Is that right?
Right.
Okay.
And the smaller ones stand up. They're about 6 inches wide, so they stand up.
Okay.
They don't lay down, they stand up,
Okay.
go across the back. And they also are bigger than the stage is, so you're gonna have more truss sticking out. But the canopy is that big, so.
Okay. So I'll walk over here and say these are the ones that go, the smaller ones he said that are like 6 to 8 inches. And so they go in the back, so that's why we put them over here. Well, I just set 2 of them on this side, and then we put 2 more on this side. And as you heard Otis describe how they go together. Okay? Okay, there's 4 corners and they're color coded. This is the left front corner. We come over here, and this here is the back left corner, and it's red. And over on this side here is the back right corner, and it's blue. And you come up over here, and this here is the front right corner, and it's yellow. So like I say, these are the 4 corners that we're going to have to deal with, and they're color coded. It'd be about 2 or so feet behind the stage, and the front ones need to be 2 or so feet in front of the stage. And that way the canopy then will have enough, again, just like I said, it needs to be 2 feet to the north of the stage on the front and 2 feet to the south of the stage on the back. We got the canopy going up here. Okay, so this here is a lift part, and as you can see here, it's got these 4 legs on it to hold it square, and then it's got the crank, and it's connected here with the red side, and that lifts it. Like I showed you before, you got red, white, yellow, and blue on the other side, and I'll go around here. This big beam here across there is screwed together this way. It doesn't matter which order they're in, and you can see they're longer than the stage. And so this is how this is set up. So there's 4 bolts to go on each of these connections here. There's 4 more bolts here. You come around here. So this is what this all looks like on the back side. I'll run around to the front. And this over here is where we got the stage set up. The steps to the stage. So that's coming around here. So this here is the front side. And Otis and Bob now are starting to put on the banner, the covering of it. It's like a tent. And as you see, this is the yellow side. So each of the colored coded corners that hold the hoist for the stage is up here. So the front side is where the lights are located. So that's what this is looking like. And like I say, this here's the white corner. So again, it doesn't matter which order these go in, they're just bolted together, and then the lights are stuck on the one thing is that the bar here on the top goes on the top side, not on the side or the bottom. That's the only unique way that these things go together. All right, and like I say, Otis and Bob are starting to put together the canopy that goes over the top. And so we talked about that earlier, where each of the pieces, the purples and the reds and all that, and we'll talk a little bit more about that as we get further down the road. Okay, that's it for now. Here is how the lighting is connected, and Otis tells us that these are halogen lights, and you can only hook up 3 lights per outlet. So we're gonna have enough lights here. I think there's 9 of them, and so there's be 3 cables that will run down this length here, and each cable has 3 lights. As you can see this connection here, 3 lights connected to each of these, and then they roll this around. This is how the lighting needs to be fixed up. And right now they're just dropped down here to the side, okay? And so that's it for right now. We'll come back later. So we've got that all stretched across here. So this is the purple that goes down the center, and he's got the joinings on here. So we're going up top now. Like I said, the purples go down the middle, and the red ones go on the sides. And so I'm going to go up top and start putting the red ones on. Oh, by the way, when we put this across here, he ties it on so it makes it easy to control that way. And then that way it's not falling down. So you can see there's ties in multiple places along here. All right, I'm going to go up top. Okay, so this is an update. The brown cross pieces, go on the ends, on the sides, like this.
Get on the ladder and raise
And
it
then
on
the
up.
blue pieces are in the middle. You see down at the end? These are blue, so they go out here like this. And then they come down. Okay, so here we go. Now this here is trying to get the tarp on. So Otis said that the ball has to be on the top, and it loops around underneath, and then comes back and clips onto the other side onto the ball. So we want to make sure you got to do it right, otherwise we'll do it over and over and over again. So we got all these
Believe me, I know that. I've
little guys here that's got to be strapped over top of the rails.
How many times have we put up a goddamn pancake?
Oh yeah. So you got that tip? Put the ball on the top.
Okay.
Don't take it out and put the ball on the top. Yeah, like that. There we go. Ball on the top. That's what he's saying. And then
Go around it.
rolls around it and it hooks up onto the ball again.
You say don't hook the middle first. Don't hook the...
Okay.
We want to go ahead and hook this in before we start stretching it that way.
I want to hook those corners first.
Okay.
Okay, so he said we got to hook the corners first. So we did these west corners. Now we're going to do the east corner.
You can't stretch it after it's all anchored down.
Okay, guys.
Okay, we're on the east side now, and we're going to
on
be,
each corner here.
we're going to put the corners together. Bring it this way to the corner. Yeah, it's heavy, isn't it?
Crack a rib. I'm a big money.
Okay.
Money back. If this lip comes on for me.
All right, grab it and pull. Okay, so these are how the connections are to keep the tarp taut. So we had to put these little guys together. Okay, so you can see that there's a little downy that comes out of that cow trough, and it's got a little hook on it, and then that hook hooks to these cables, and as you see, the cable goes all the way down over to the other side, and the other side has the same setup. And then we put a come along on the cables and tighten it up to make sure that when you do that, it pulls the rafters up and tightens the tarp. That's how that's supposed to work, okay? That's how we're gonna make sure we do that next year. I'll show this again, okay? That's the cable here has got set up like that, okay? There we go. Coming back next time.
Wrap it around the pipe and the truss.
So this is how you connect it up here. So he's saying to make sure the hook doesn't come loose. You wrap the strap around the pipe and then through the hook. That way that there's no way for it to come loose there. So you got it? All right. Coming back at you in a few. Okay, so Bob is going to start doing what his favorite task is of getting these come-alongs to come along.
Oh no, you don't pull that tight there.
Yeah, pull it tight. You got to pull it tight like Brandon is doing, and then you start cranking. Otherwise, you're cranking, you won't have enough tension.
Yep, that's.
And how much tension do we need?
He said leave them somewhat. Well, you might go one more if it's not too much. Here, I got it. Flap a little bit.
Okay, so wiggle it there and give us a show. About like that is what they're saying is how much tension. It's not super tight. It's got to have a little give. He also said to tie that around there so that hook don't come out, didn't he?
Yeah, he said he's gonna tie it.
Okay, so somehow you get the hook. Don't want that thing to pop loose, so there's some kind of way he shows how to tie it in there so it won't pop loose. All right, coming back at you in a few. Okay, so Otis is saying that there's this hook here.
Okay, once it's hooked at the bottom, you can tighten the cable up with the crank. And then the cable stays in all the putties and it doesn't go slack.
Okay.
The other thing it doesn't do, if you lay this down, some of these at little track, if it's downhill, you'll smash a hand.
Okay.
So if you leave it hooked up like that, when you're carrying it and hauling it and storing it, the cable won't get messed up and nobody gets hurt.
Good idea.
And make sure that hook is hooked. But make sure when you set it up, you unhook it.
Right.
Because you can't raise it without it.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you. We ran into a boo-boo. Somehow the cable got behind the roller there, and that is not how it's supposed to go. It needs to be outside that roller. So we're having to bring the canopy all the way down and kind of try to get that to release and get it where it needs to be and then roll it back up. So again, we made a mistake some kind of way, but we'll get her fixed. Thank you.
There'll be one of these on the front corner of the stage.
Mm-hmm.
One out here, one out here. They go slightly to the, so that it stops this way if the wind comes up. Okay, they go out slightly to the angle. And the back side will anchor to these trees. And I have a strap to go around that tree so it doesn't cut the tree. So there'll be one of those anchors, two of these anchors out in front of the stage, so they're going to be out here. But I wouldn't put them there now because it's going to be in the way of all the stuff that goes in building the stage.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay. So, what,
So just lay those out to the side for now. These sticks will drive in through these outlets. One there. And one there, and they'll be driven by a big sledgehammer. There'll be 4 of these on each canopy. So there's a canopy goes over there.
mm-hmm.
There's a hospitality canopy goes over here by the schoolhouse. There'll be a canopy over the stage, and Carol's canopy gets right over here by this tree, right in front of my van. Each canopy gets that canopy, and Carol's get 4 of these anchors. You can take those stairs and put them over here by they're going to go on the stage left. And be careful those handrails, they slide right out.
Whoa, 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 no. James, you said the handrail slide. You got to grab it down low. There we go, got it. There's these 4 braces that are going to be the braces that hold the tent here, and there's 4 of them that go here at the kids corner. And so that's the way we'll get everything unloaded off the truck and we put all the pieces in the right locations, okay?
Carol's tent.
One more time.
There's 8-foot pipes that go to Carol's tent that go in the bottom of the sidewalls.
Okay, that makes
Her
sense.
tent gets a sidewall, the rest of them don't.
Okay. Okay, so Otis is saying the short ones, those are going to the tents. And so 10 of them go to the playground. Okay, so the playground is where the kids' corners tent is set up. And how many go to Carol's? How many go over here?
4, 6, six legs, six footers go to Carol's.
6 go to Carol, and 10 go to the kids' corner.
And 8 goes to hospitality.
And then 8 goes to the hospitality, which sets up by the cracker box.
Right.
Okay. And those are all the 6 footers.
And you'll find that the one with the clevis in it goes on the bottom of the 6 foot legs so that the pipe don't stick into the ground. And the pin goes through that so that if the wind picks it up, it picks the whole thing up so it don't fall out. And there's a button at the top end of that leg that snaps into the fitting so that it stays together. So these will be used on the feet of all the canopies.
Sounds good.
Okay. There are ones that don't have clevis in it. They will be on the bottom of the stage standard so they don't stick into the dirt. Okay?
Those are the rows of 5, right? The ones that roll underneath the stage platform.
Right.
Yep.
So just put those out to the side for now.